Okay, y'all, welcome back to another vlog. We're about to get just straight into this. First of all, today is day 2 of the fast. Last night was such a difficult night. I could not believe the amount of trouble I had sleeping in. I just did not understand. And so I started doing some research, and I went on ChatGPT, and I just kind of explained like I'm having such a difficult time sleeping, and I'm just feeling all of these different things or whatever. And so it was saying like when you're constantly on social media, your brain gets these hits of dopamine, of happiness and things like that, and it's like an escape and like a distractor, deterrent, and basically you don't have to feel anything. And I think I explained that in the last vlog or whatever, and it's so true. And so I just tossed and I turned all night, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm exhausted. I don't think I went to bed until like maybe 4 something. Initially I turned the TV on, and then of course, I heard that voice again, like turn the TV off. And so of course I was obedient. I turned the TV off, and I just kind of just literally had to just lay there and just toss and turn. And ultimately what I ended up doing was playing like rain sounds. Last night was tough, I'm not gonna lie. Today is okay. And then y'all, I also went walking yesterday, but I walked the apartment complex, and then of course I walked the rooftop. Girl, that, y'all, just a little bit of walking makes a huge difference. I'm noticing like my joints and stuff don't feel as sore. I don't feel like I don't have as much inflammation, and stuff like that or whatever, because I've been walking. But wait a minute, girl, I was walking on the 3rd floor, and I literally found a room on the 3rd floor. Girl, this building has so many hidden gems that you'll never know if you don't walk the building. So basically it's a room. I don't even know how to explain it, but it doesn't have any doors. It's totally open. The backdrop of the room is just like the back of it, you can see the pool, but other than that, it's literally just a open room, and it's beautiful, and it doesn't have any doors or anything like that. It is gorgeous. It's literally like you can do content in there, like pictures. And so I'm like, shit, I need to go back up there. It's just that I don't exactly I would have to walk the entire 3rd floor to find it again. The 4th floor has a laundry room. And so I'm like, damn, so you know me, I'm nosy, girl. I tried to go in the laundry room, but of course it's locked or whatever. It's a beautiful property. I wanted to go out to the pool and have just like a cute little lunch, but guys, it has been so hot in Houston. And the really beautiful parts of the pool, there's no like shades or anything like that. And then also the part that I want to sit in front of is literally like a bar. It's kind of like a swim up bar, but I wouldn't be in the pool. I would be outside of the pool, but I figured we could go over there and have lunch. But y'all know me, y'all know that I produce the TV series Down to the Pool, and literally, y'all, the pool is a fishbowl. And so that's the thing that I hate about the pool. I actually went to the pool a couple of years ago, and when I went to the pool a couple of years ago, it was obviously some guys looking down at the pool. They seen me, they came down to the pool or whatever and tried to strike up a conversation. People that was at the pool, it just, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, you guys probably wonder, well, if you produce Down to the Pool, why aren't you ever down to the pool? I'm never down there because it's really no peace, and I don't want an open invitation for people to just watch me and come down there. At least when I be doing Down to the Pool, girls, when we do it, at least we're not like going down there messing with people. Like, okay, that's fine if you're gonna stand on your balcony and watch me or whatever, but don't come down here bothering me. Leave me alone. Go away from me with this, Apollo. Leave me alone. And I don't want no tan lines. You know how them wigs, girl, the wig will give you a tan line, so I don't want that. And I just don't want to be sitting out there in the heat. So maybe that's something that we'll be able to do once the weather changes. I've been hearing all the girls, especially my Atlanta girlies, they're saying, oh, it's getting cool outside. Girl, can y'all send some of that over here to Houston? Because we're going through it with the heat. But anyway, girls, I need to make me like a little energy drink type of situation. I have these pure energy drops that I use because I'm gonna be honest, like y'all, I'm really tired. Like I just did not get a good night's sleep, so I need to do that. And then I am going to make me some ground chicken nachos. My nachos are not anything like spectacular. I like a lot of meat, and I like a lot of rotel, and not too much cheese. Y'all, I don't like cheese that much. Since I've had the weight loss surgery, the VSG girls, I am not like the cheese head I used to be. Probably gonna make that. I don't want to talk y'all ear off, but I did at least want to give you guys an update on my fast. So let me make my nachos, and then I'll give you guys a call back later.
Sideways, boys in the days, sitting sideways, boys in the days, sideways, boys in the days. On a Sunday night, I might bring me some beer. Sitting sideways, boys in the days, sitting sideways, boys in the days, sideways, boys in the days. On a Sunday night, I might bring me some beer.
Wow, baby, it's the people's champ. I'm something like a bowler. The candy paint dripping out for the old school Impala. I'm with that big bank Hank, that Poppy Joe and box trunk bump like chicken pox. Turn the bass up just a notch.
All right, girls, the nachos came out a little bit more soupy than I anticipated, but that's okay. I don't mind because I like the fact that it will make the chips, you know, a little bit softer, so that's okay. I haven't made nachos in a while or whatever, so I think what I was supposed to do was drain the rotel, but it's no big deal. I also made a power lemonade. So guys, this is the power drops. So I use these pure energy drops, and I use them in ICE berry. This is just a little bit of lemonade, not too much, and then mostly water, but it is so good, and it gives you like a lot of energy. Hey girls, all right y'all, so I did not come back yesterday. Obviously it got too hot out, so I think we talked about that. So I didn't end up walking the corridor or the apartment complex, so we're gonna be doing that today. So anyway, today is day 3 of the social media fast. I did kind of start having the urge to want to log in, girl. I'm not gonna lie, like later last night, baby, I wanted to log in so bad because I was over here watching the Love Island reunion, and I was like, damn, I want to see what people have to say about this reunion. But I did good. I did not log into the app, and it was tough. And so I ended up watching. After that, let me see. You know what? After the reunion, I went to sleep. But before the reunion, I watched Girl, Heart and Hustle Houston, and we're going to talk about that. But anyway, girls, I'm not wearing anything too spectacular. I'm wearing this bra. Let me see. I got this from Ross. It's a sports bra. But girl, I need to be careful because the last time I wore it, which was probably maybe over a week ago, I wore this particular one and it left these marks on my girl, what's the name of these things? Clavicles, that's what they're called. But mine are so, y'all, my clavicles are so, literally, it's not 1 ounce of meat on these things, girl. They look like, girl, they look like turkey necks. Don't they look like just some skinny skinny turkey necks, girl? I know people who love the fact that their clavicles show, you know. I know a lot of people like, oh my god, I would kill for that. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. All right, as far as the workout pants, girl, it's just a pair of, I probably got these leggings from Crazy Boss. I'll show y'all the outfit a little bit better once I get everything together because I still need to put on my shoes. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be good today to get out and get a nice walk. I'll probably start in the gym. I don't know yet, girl. Y'all don't quote me on anything right now while I'm going through this fast, because sometimes I just feel like I'm all over the place, because now I'm having to, you know, just figure out a routine, and I can't rely on, you know, I just can't rely on social media to, you know, to help me, because that I'm not gonna lie, I did not realize how reliant I was on TikTok and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna be wearing my hat. because like I told you girls yesterday, I do not want the infamous wig 10. I had one before and it was not fun, and it took a very, very long time to get rid of it. So girl, another thing that I wanted to tell y'all is when I woke up this morning, I literally woke up to a voice just saying something like, you know, it, as long as it's functional, it does not have to be perfect. And then I had an example. It was like an image of a Chester drawer, and one of the drawers were, the alignment was off on the drawer. But despite the fact that the alignment was off on the drawer, it still worked. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It does not have to be perfect. You know, I think at this point in life, just because of the way that everything is, girl, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can perfect it later, but I think right now the output is more important than the input. Just put it out there, whatever it is that you want to do, and just know that at least you tried. And the fact that you tried will 100%, you know, at some point garner the things that you're supposed to have and the results that you're supposed to get. So yeah, that's our Rochelle Luther King speech of the day. But anyway, let me show y'all my outfit. Nothing spectacular. Just these leggings are probably from Crazy Boss. This jacket is from a sponsorship. The sports bra, like I showed y'all, is from Ross. Girl, this hat, I don't even know where. I might have bought this hat from Ross. And then of course I just have on some plain, I don't even know what kind of shoes these are, some kind of Nikes. Y'all know I don't really know much about tennis shoes. But anyway, girls, I need to grab my microphone, I need to grab my earbud, and then of course I need to grab a smaller tripod, and then I'll give you guys a call back when we get ready to, you know, on our walk. All right, girls, so I decided to come a little bit outside of my neighborhood, girl. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it doesn't matter how nice Houston is, it just feels like it's a food desert. And the reason why I say that is because you need a car damn near everywhere you go in this city. And so, but if you want to find some hot wings or some egg rolls or some fast food, you can find it. You know, you can find a gas station. But if you really want quality food, like if you're into cooking for yourself, if you move into Houston, you need to move to what's considered to be a walkable neighborhood. I was looking at these apartments that my sister told me about, and I went on the website, and the first thing they let you know, girl, was this is not a walkable neighborhood. And they was like, they put the percentage down. Girl, that neighborhood was deemed 34% of walkability, meaning very little. And then as far as biking, again, another, I think it was 35%. So now I guess there's so many people moving to Houston, they're letting you know on the website, like if you looking for like a neighborhood that has more of a community feel or where you can walk, this is not going to be the neighborhood for you. And that's a good thing or whatever. I mean, I never thought, like, I've always wanted to live in a walkable neighborhood, to be honest with you. That's something I've always wanted. But I honestly didn't realize how important it was until now. You know, when you don't have a car, you don't really, you know, have a way to get around. You have to Uber everywhere. Who wants to Uber everywhere? You know, sometimes, you know, like, especially when the weather gets really, really nice here, like, you know, you want to walk. You know, but the sidewalks, y'all, the sidewalks are super freaking muddy. It really doesn't take long to flood. Like, it literally drizzled the other day. And baby, the sidewalks are a mess. Okay, so listen, y'all, I'm at this little playground thing. And I want to go play on this little, it's like this little round thing that they have. Girl, I'm gonna go play on this thing. I'm sorry, but it looks so fun. I tried to use it the other day, but I was kind of scared, but I'm feeling a little bit more, you know, courageous today. So let me see if the gate is open.
Hey, baby, hey, hey, baby, hey.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven and this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed.
Oh Lord, I'm tired. Girl, I thought I was about to I thought I was gonna fall off of that thing or whatever, girl. You know, when you get a little bit older, you can't just be climbing on stuff and jumping on stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. But anyway, y'all, this is just a really cool, cute little playground or whatever. And so I know this belongs to a church, but girl, I don't know what church it belongs to, but I love it. It has a pool. It has a basketball court. Let me show y'all. So we got the basketball court out there, and I did not realize that they actually have a scoreboard. Of course, some benches and stuff like that. So I want to get on the slide so bad, but I don't know, y'all. I'm having, I guess, like, I feel like I'm not gonna fit, like I'm too big to be on the slide, but we're about to try it out. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, am I gonna even be able to slide? Y'all, I can't even slide my, oh, wait a minute, there it is. Y'all, the slide is, oh my God. Okay, maybe it'll be more fun if I didn't have the camera, but girl, the slide is not slip. It seems like it has to be, I cannot say this word. It's not slippery. There we go. It's not slippery, girl. I know, girl, I hope these people, these teachers are not looking at me. So we have like a little classroom with kids. They're running around the track and doing all of the kids stuff or whatever. And girl, you got two teachers over there. They looking over here. Girl, don't judge me, baby. I'm still a kid at heart. Do not judge me. Judge your mama. Oh my gosh. Okay. Y'all, we still have to walk the rest of the block and go to the gym. So let me finish the walk and I'll just probably see y'all when we get back to the gym. All right, girls. Okay, so I just made it back in. The gym is packed. It's so many people in there. I don't like filming in the gym when it's that many people. Girl, I ended up having to walk a damn country mile back home because all of the sidewalks where I was about to kind of do like a little shortcut, girl, they have dug the sidewalks up or whatever. So I guess they're just relaying the concrete, so it's blocked off. You can't walk there, and that's crazy because I was literally just telling y'all how Houston doesn't really have sidewalks, and it's like, you know, it's either no sidewalks or the sidewalks are messed up really, really bad. So anyway, hopefully there's something they're working on because, you know, it would be nice to just have an overall walkable city. You know, so anyway, I am exhausted, y'all. I done sweated the wig out, girl. So I think what I'm gonna do is walk back by the gym, and if, you know, if less people in there, we'll go in there and do some weights or whatever. If not, what I'll probably have to do is maybe come back down there, but we'll see. Let me go walk back down there and then I'll let you guys know.
All right, girls, I am finally back. Obviously, y'all, that was such a good workout. But what we're about to do now is make a salad, girl. We're about to experiment. So I have this Caesar salad kit from Kroger. Y'all know, y'all seen me buy this from Aldi. So we have this. Of course, we have the olives. We're gonna have the I guess these are like black olives, girl. I don't know, but they are absolutely delicious. And we're gonna have some green olives. I'm almost out of these because y'all, these are so freaking good. And then y'all, I tried these baked black bean snacks. They are amazing. So this is by Harvest Snaps. I got these from Kroger. They were $1. Y'all, girls, you have got to get some of these. I got the mango chili lime flavored, absolutely delicious. And then of course we're gonna have some tuna. Kroger had the tuna creations on sale, of course. We're gonna have lemon pepper. Instead of dry cranberries, we're gonna have an apple. So you know what? I need to slice the apple. We washed it already, peel the stickers off, so I just need to slice this real quick. Just kind of cut them in little slivers. You can make them as thick or thin as you want them. And if you want them to be really, really chunky, you can do that as well. So I like to cut mine like this, and then I'm just gonna cut them in half. And y'all, this is literally it. I might want a few more apples because I like, you know, I like a hint of sweet and sour in my salads, you know. But guys, one thing that I have noticed since I've started fasting is I don't have as much of an appetite. And I don't know if that's normal, but I definitely noticed that today. I'm not snacking as much, and maybe because, you know, I'm not sitting in front of technology and, you know, just scrolling and scrolling. And then I also thought about like social media sites like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Those things are designed to keep you on the platform. And I think for me, what kept me on TikTok was the element of surprise, you know, not knowing what's coming next. And I think it's a part of me that really enjoyed that. Like, okay, this was funny, but what's next? And then TikTok, you know, it definitely is very informative, but, you know, it can have your emotions all over the place. You know, 1 minute you watching something funny, the next minute is something sad. The next minute is a cute little fat baby. The next minute is a story about a woman catching her husband with the neighbor that's a man. I mean, literally, it is. And so it's like you continuously go down this rabbit hole or whatever. And so today has been a very, very quiet day for me, and I've enjoyed it. You know, I've been playing, y'all, do y'all know, I'm sure you guys, a lot of y'all know Dorinda Clark Cole. Y'all, I freaking love Dorinda, y'all, that she is my favorite. I think I might have even said that before on my platform. Y'all, she is my favorite Clark sister. Dorinda, girl, that I love her so much. So I've been over here listening to her music and, you know, just really trying to understand, you know, why God has me, you know, on this fast or whatever. And honestly, y'all, I've been over here thinking, and it's just like, I definitely, you know, I have some regrets or whatever. Like, just because I have time to think about it, just some regrets of things that I could have done better. You know, better as a sister, better as a daughter, just better, you know. And one thing that I used to get so mad about, you know, when all of this crazy stuff started happening to me, I used to be like, you know, God, why am I going through this? And I remember somebody saying, well, maybe there's something that God wants you to learn or whatever. And I'm just like, what is it there for me to learn? I'm doing everything right. But I don't think it's so much about you needing to learn than maybe it is about you maybe needing to reflect on certain things and just think about how you would do those things differently, you know? So maybe that's it. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the apples. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm probably gonna end up using this whole apple. I shouldn't, but it's so good. We're now gonna add our tuna. I'm not gonna add the whole thing. I'm just gonna add, you know, just like the half a pack. Y'all, I love a good healthy salad. I love vegetables so much. Y'all, it is the weirdest thing. And I'm gonna be honest, girls, I did not develop my love of vegetables until after having the weight loss surgery, guys. It's amazing how this surgery can change your life now. I'm not gonna like try to convince anyone to go and have this surgery, but I can honestly say that it has changed my life. It's changed my quality of life. It's changed the way that people see me and the way that people treat me. And I know it's a lot of people that's like, oh, I don't care about this. And I'm gonna be honest, it's like, you know, everybody wants to be treated well. And unfortunately, guys, we live in a society where, you know, people judge you based off of your physical appearance. You know, they really, really do. It's sad, but it's true. But I can honestly say, people are really, really kind to me. I can't always say that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, people haven't always been kind. Now, don't get me wrong. You'll encounter some like mean people here or there, but you know, that's pretty far and few in between. All right, I'm also adding the cheese, not too much though, because guys, another thing, I don't like cheese as much as I used to. Before I had surgery, I used to freaking love cheese. I wanted cheese on everything, but now not so much. I'm gonna wait to add the dressing, but we're gonna go ahead and add the olives. But yeah, like I was saying, it's changed my quality of life. The way that I eat, the way that I show up, it's been one of the best decisions I made in my life. And even just the natural way that the natural way that I even eat now, you know, like this is like eating healthy like this is natural for me and I prefer it. And it's not because I like to keep my waistline down or anything like that. I just truly enjoy eating like this, but I think it has a lot to do with having, you know, weight loss surgery. And guys, just to let y'all know, like, it probably took me about a year or so to after having the weight loss surgery, where I noticed that I prefer vegetables over anything. And it was like the weirdest thing. You know, first it started with me loving spinach and broccoli mixed. And then it just went like, y'all, I could just eat spinach and broccoli all day. And I don't even know how to explain it. So I would say, if there is anyone out there contemplating having the VSG, that's the surgery that I had, I would say just do your research and do it. You will not go wrong. And honestly, girls, I'm just gonna say this, baby, if you are in a position to go to Tijuana, Mexico, or to Mexico and get your surgery, I would say do it. Pay for it out of pocket, because a lot of insurance companies in America, girl, they are very, very strict, and they want you to do this and do that, because a lot of times you're paying, you're going through your insurance company. So if you have the money and you can travel and you can get the time off of work, girl, do it. It is life-changing. Another thing with this surgery that I noticed is that prior to having the surgery, girls, my hormones were so freaking out of whack. Y'all, I would just grow so much hair on my chin. Like, y'all, I would just have hair on my chin and just, y'all, it was bad. And after I lost weight, all of that went away. Y'all, these things look guys, these are So they look like sugar snap peas, honestly, but I'm gonna break them up a little bit, because you know, and they're kind of sweet and tangy. Oh my god, they are amazing. I know sometimes I get into this whole surgery talk and stuff like that, but it really has been, it's been life-changing. I'm going to go ahead and add this disclaimer, because I have to make sure that I always say this, guys. To all of my girls out there, you know, not that you're shy. If you, okay, let me reframe what I'm trying to say. If there are any of the girls out there that are a little bit shy, or maybe you're just not a girl who likes to get attention, understand that if you have this surgery, you will get a lot of attention. And I always want to say that, because I want you guys to understand, you know, what comes with it is what I'm trying to say. A lot of attention is going to come with this surgery. And so I just want to prepare you guys for that, you know. And it's not just going to be the men's girl. You're going to have women coming up to you, you know, little girls, little kids. You're going to have a lot of people, you know, admiring you and or even just wanting to talk to you or wanting your opinion on things. And you know, so if you're the kind of girl, you like to go along in the world and you don't like to be bothered and you just like to go do your thing and come home, your life will change. And you know, it's not gonna be like that anymore. Oh y'all, this is a big old salad, okay? All right, but this is what we have so far, girls. It looks so yummy. Last step, all we have to do is add the dressing. Maybe we should have did balsamic vinegar, but this is it with the dressing, and then I'm gonna just mix it up. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God, I just know this is about to be so delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna leave those. I'm gonna put those apples in the fridge because I might just have those for a snack later. So this is it, all mixed up in its glory. Oh my God, y'all. It's so good. Y'all know anytime I get something good, I be wanting to dance, but you know, I'm trying to act pretty today. Y'all like my dress? Y'all like my dress? Y'all, this is actually a skirt that is like way too long, and it was from Shein when I used to work with them. It has a top that goes with it, but I decided to wear it as a dress today. I just wanted to look pretty today, you know. Oh my God. This salad is like, it's flavorful. It's like delicious. It's healthy. It's so good. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, y'all. This this is amazing. Now, if anybody out there likes to have a little bit more like spiciness to your salad, this would be so good with some red pepper flakes. I'm not gonna add that because I personally don't like spicy food, but it does have a tiny little spice to it. Not too much, but it's really good. Oh my God, so delicious. All right, girls. I wanted to show y'all how you can finesse a skirt. This is for kind of like the short girlies, guys. I am only 5'3" and I weigh 147 pounds. I'll be having to throw that in there because y'all think I'm like a really tall girl, but I'm not. But anyway, so girls, this is a skirt. I said that already. It's from Shein. It came with a top. But anyway, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? If I wanted to make this look a little bit fly, I could. So girls, I put on my favorite shoes. Y'all know what my favorite shoes are. The J-Lo sandal. And it's just like a ballerina type of sandal situation with the clear and then the gold heel. And then I just added this cute clutch. Girl, all we would need is like some really like glamorous earrings and maybe a thin, super thin, dainty necklace and maybe a really cute bracelet or a light stack, not too thick, but just a really pretty light stack. But tell me this ain't cute. And then look, y'all, so the middle of it, I hope y'all can see that. Let me bring the camera down. Okay, that should be better. But anyway, so the middle, the front middle goes up, and then when you turn to the side, it's dipping down that way. So cute, so flowy. I freaking love it. And then with this cute little clutch, you can do gold with, you can do silver with this as well. But I was like, this would be so pretty just with, you know, some gold or whatever. But y'all, I freaking love this. So girls, you can thrift a look like this from the thrift store as well. If you have like a cute little date night or a brunch or something, girl, shop your closet. You might be able to find something like this. And it is so cute, and it just kind of, you know, it skims the body, you know, but it's still just really, really pretty. Okay, girl, I just wanted to show you that real quick. Girl, y'all, I am over here watching Faith Marie Unscripted. She is a fabulous YouTuber. So she did a live. And her live is essentially, she's wanting to get an opinion on what she should do about really getting scammed by a content creator that she admired. And y'all, it reminded me of the time that I was scammed by a large content creator.
Girl. So this particular content creator was on YouTube way before, literally before YouTube, it was before you could get paid or anything. And I had always admired her. And around the time that I found her, I was looking for girls that looked like me, as far as my size. I was really heavy at the time. So I was looking for like other plus size influencers. Well, she didn't really do try on hauls or anything, but I knew that, we just had the thing in common as far as our weight. And I used to love her videos. She used to do so much makeup videos and just hair videos. And I really, really, really enjoyed her content. And she was just a breath of fresh air. She was a go-getter. She was a business owner. I don't remember what she did professionally, but she used to just do all of the things or whatever. And I just loved watching her. Well, anyway, girl, years and years passed, and eventually at some point she got off of YouTube, and then I found her again on Instagram. Well, when I found her again on Instagram, guys, we were in the pandemic, and I was like, damn, I had always wondered what happened to her, because I remember before she left YouTube, she ended up getting married and having like a cute little fat baby, and she was just like really, really happy. But I figured she left YouTube just because you're a new wife and a new mom, and life just kind of goes crazy or whatever. So anyway, I ended up finding her on not TikTok, on Instagram. But when I found her on Instagram, she was still doing extremely well. She still was just doing her thing or whatever. I think she had ended up opening up another beauty shop. So girl, she was like, at the time it was like you could join this, like, I don't know if it was, I guess it was called like a susu, but I didn't know, I didn't know the name of that thing. It was just like you put money in and then your turn comes and you get money. So y'all, I was so excited because she had built such a great reputation as far as I was concerned on YouTube, and just had such a great public presence. And she had just a great public presence on Instagram and had a huge following, and she had social proof. That's what it's called. She had social proof. So anyway, I joined this thing. And so she would like let you know where you were on the board. Y'all know the board. So you would be like, okay, I'm here on the board. And then she would even go as far as having like, meetings and stuff. And so that was at the time when you could do Skype. And so, she would do these Skype meetings, and everyone who had paid into this organization or into this thing would be on the meetings or whatever. And so I would be like, okay, my turn is next. So some kind of way I ended up paying $1,000 to be a part of this thing. I don't know. I was just really naive at the time or whatever. Girl, long story short, nobody ever got their money. So essentially what was happening was you paid her the $500, because initially she was like, it's $500. So I joined and I paid my $500. And then I remember receiving an email from her, a message from her saying, oh no, we had Telegram. Was it Telegram? Did she email me back on Telegram or what? Oh no, WhatsApp. I think it was either Telegram or WhatsApp. Anyway, she ended up emailing me or messaging me and saying that I paid to the wrong board. Well, you paid to the wrong board. You were supposed to pay to this board. And so I was like, okay, well then I'll just be on two boards. So I paid $500 on one board, $500 on another. So I was like, okay, if one, I'll get blessed. She called it blessed. You'll get blessed twice. Okay, so girl, the whole time this fool was taking his money and blessing herself. Girl, she would be coming on Skype eating steak dinners with lobster and truffle butter and garlic butter and bread and rolls and cornbread and beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes. I'm talking about this fool would have a whole feast in front of her. And I'm thinking like, she doing good. She would tell us about all of these cars she had, and she showed us this space where she was getting ready to open a new salon. And of course, the whole time we're thinking it's money that she's earned for herself. Girl, the whole time this fool was using our money. So long story short, I got ripped off. I never got my money back. And it was called like the Black Wealth Network or the Black Wall Street
the Black Wall Street or some kind of something, girl. But anyway, so when I was watching Faith Marie, it just reminded me of, the time I got ripped off or whatever. And I just remember being like so disappointed in this girl because, guys, she had just like such a great online presence. I'm talking about you could not pay me you couldn't pay me to think that this girl was a goddamn scammer. So one day I was venting to my friend Jennifer. And Jennifer was like, did you even look this girl up? And I was like, no, because I was just trying to explain like she has social proof, social cred. You know what I'm saying? You got street cred. This fool has social cred. But anyway, so once Jennifer said, did you even look her up? Y'all, I looked this fool up. Baby, when I tell you sis had a rap sheet longer than a damn CVS receipt. Girl, I'm talking about, think about the biggest, thickest roll of register paper you can find. Okay, think about it. Think about that. And then add 10 more to it. That's how long this fool rap sheet was. Girl, I'm talking about crime after crime after crime after crime after crime after crime. And so once I saw that, I was like, wow, this fool ripped me off. And again, I was so disappointed. And I just remember telling another one of my friends at the time what happened or whatever. And he was just like, you know what, Rochelle, don't worry about it. You'll get the money back and you'll get it back tenfold. And maybe like, I don't know, a month or two later, guys, I ended up getting a $10,000 check from a company that I worked for or whatever. So a $10,000 check. So he was right. I did get it back, but it was just the fact of like, it just was so disappointing. And so, sometimes it's like, you admire people online, you admire your hustle. Like I admired her. Like she showed a thing of like she was on Forbes magazine. Now looking back, that fool could have just airbrushed herself and made herself be on Forbes magazine. But I didn't know at the time. I wasn't as technically, okay, what word am I looking for? Technically astute. We're going to go with the words technically astute. Now, I am very technically astute now. Of course, I'm also able to utilize ChatGPT, of course. However, at the time, I didn't have those tools. All I knew was that this girl was dynamic. I respected her. She had a great image as far as I was concerned. Even the way she dressed and the way that she wore her hair and the way that she spoke. And I was so impressed by her. But girl, this fool ripped me off. So, I think I might have lost my train of thought, but I'm going to try to get back on track. You just never know. You got to be really, really careful when you start, investing into these things, especially like what I invested in. Y'all, I think anybody would have, I was on a dummy mission. Somebody be saying it in their vlogs. I can't remember. But anyway, I was on a dummy mission when I did that because I should have known better, but I didn't. But it just makes you, it makes you skeptical about wanting to support people or whatever. So anyway, I just thought that I would tell y'all that little story time. The battery is about to die. Let me plug the camera in, charge it up, and then I'll call y'all back. All right, girls, I hope y'all can hear me okay. I am on the patio, and it is just a really, really nice day, girls. It is gorgeous outside. I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe we made it through a walk. But anyway, I'm about to end the vlog, guys. I am so sorry for the way I've been stumbling over words. I don't know what's going on with me today, but anyway, so before I end the vlog, I just want to say thank you guys to everyone out there that agreed to join me in the fast. That means so much to me. I also want to thank Shirley Hunt. She sent me a very, very personal email, and she shared a lot with me, and she said that she would be joining the fast as well. So that just means a lot. And although we're on day 3, what I can tell you girls is that I normally wake up in the morning and I have so much anxiety, and I can be honest and say that these last few mornings where I've been waking up, I haven't had as much anxiety. These have been some really slow mornings for me, but peaceful. And it's been a long time since I've woke up in the morning and been able to say, oh, it was peaceful, because normally when I wake up, my eyes don't even be completely open and I'm already panicking.
on what I need to do, or that type of thing or whatever. And so I can honestly say, like, I feel a difference. I'm starting to feel a difference already. And I'm just so excited or whatever. And so, if there is anyone out there that just needs spiritual clarity, mental clarity, or whatever, I would definitely say, to fast. I can't believe it's already been 3 days, girl. Like, oh my God, it's just been 3 days and I'm already starting to feel a shift. And then let me just say this, like, um, guys, normally I don't get emails and stuff from companies until like maybe I don't start getting emails until 7 o'clock at night, guys. When I came back from my walk, I had, I think, I want to say like seven sponsorship or more opportunities. Some of them I'm not going to take, but seven possible opportunities to bring in more income from seven different companies or whatever. And so I got to say the fast is working. It's working, girls. Prayer, praying, journaling, that's working. But I'm going to start reading a book. I don't have access to the book, but I'm sorry if the camera is shaking. It's a little windy out here. But anyway, I'm going to start listening to this book. It's called The Obstacle is the Way. And guys, I found out about this book from Paging Dr. Dre. Guys, I love her so much. I love her content. And she recently uploaded a vlog on YouTube a few days ago. And I watched it and I was so touched by her vlog. I have been getting so much like inspiration, and I just been feeling so touched by my girlies on YouTube. I can be honest. I really have, and so inspired. And so in her vlog, she talked about, like how she deals with obstacles, and sometimes just, not wanting to deal with certain things, and that's where I've been. I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like the things that I'm going through are so big. It's like, how am I gonna overcome this? It feels like I feel lost. I feel like it's a setback, and I'm just like, how in the world will I overcome these things? But I feel like the one thing that's guaranteed, like, we know that God is going to show up, especially when we feel like there is no way, because we know that God can make a way out of no way, right? And so I just, I felt like after she kind of talked about the book, I felt like it was something that I wanted to read or at least follow along to. And again, it's called The Obstacle is the Way. And so I did find the audiobook here on YouTube. I'm going to make sure that I link it below so you guys can follow along if you would like. So yeah, I'm feeling, wow, I'm feeling like maybe this is the direction God wanted me to go in. I don't know. I'm already feeling a shift or whatever. And so I'm so excited. But what I would like to do, guys, is like come back and just talk to y'all every day. But the thing is, like, for me, every day, I don't always have something going on. My day does consist of what you guys saw today. Like, I get up, I work out. You guys didn't see me journaling or anything like that. But, I guess if you guys are interested, I would like to come back, and give you guys an update on day 4, 5, and whatever. I'm thinking the only day I might not come back is on Saturday because, nobody really watches the vlogs on Saturday or whatever. So maybe I'll save Saturday and I'll just put a vlog out Sunday. And so although these next few vlogs may not be super long, I at least want to show up and just give you guys a play-by-play update. But anyway, I'm not going to hold you girls too long. I just wanted to come back and close the vlog out. But I'm going to go ahead and start editing so you guys can see this first thing in the morning. But anyway, girls, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.